Aging is something that everyone goes through. Every second that we sit here, we are slowly passing the time on our biological clocks. As we age, different worries and questions come to our minds, ones that in younger years may not have seemed so important. We wonder about what our own children are going to do, what will happen to our families, and especially what will become of ourselves as we get older. With all of these questions in mind, the one thing we should not need to worry about is whether or not we will be treated poorly or with abuse as we age. Unfortunately, many times, whether in the home or at a nursing home or at a different long-term care facility, we see these cases of elder abuse occurring. Many people are quick to point out forms of racism or sexism, but rarely do we ever hear people discuss the topic of ageism. In this video, I will discuss elder abuse and give a little bit of insight on its devastating effects. So first off, what does it mean to be elderly? Well, according to many definitions, elderly adults are described as being age 65 and older. Although that is a standard definition, many people have their own definitions based off how old they are themselves and where they are at in life. Next, I'll explain a little about ageism and abuse. Ageism is stereotyping and discrimination against elderly people, which can be exhibited based on rude comments or actions against someone solely based on their age. Although it is a myth that aging causes poor health and memory loss, there are many psychological and cognitive changes that occur with the natural aging process. Some of these changes can cause difficulties when it comes to determining the difference between abuse and normal aging differences. Many times, if there is abuse toward the elderly person, they may feel that they cannot stand up for themselves, or they won't be believed, so they do not speak out. According to the best recorded estimates, an average 1 to 2 million Americans aged 65 and older have been injured, exploited, or otherwise mistreated by their caregivers at some point in time in their life. In a recent study, the 2010 census recorded that of 40.3 million elderly reported having a disability or disease, 7.6 to 10% of them had experienced abuse within the year. With that being said, only the low amount of 1 out of every 14 cases had been reported to the proper authorities. The New York State Elder Abuse Prevalence Study found that for every case known, about 24 cases went unknown. In a national study, it was found that most cases of elder abuse happened within the family, about 90%. Unfortunately, there are also a significant amount of elder abuse cases that happen in nursing homes and long-term care facilities. In 2000, a study found that by interviewing 2,000 nursing home residents, 44% had been abused, with about 95% having witnessed somebody else being abused. From January 1999 to January 2001, approximately 30% of all nursing facilities have been cited for almost 9,000 cases of abuse. So what is my point in explaining all these facts and figures about elder abuse? Well, its impact on society is devastating. Besides the amount of physical damage done, there is eternal psychological damage done as well. Research has shown even with the slightest amount of abuse, elders who had suffered from abuse had a 300% greater chance of dying early as compared to those who had never been abused. Abuse also contributes to other disabilities and disorders that may already exist in some elders, such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and depression. Along with these issues, the estimated medical cost for violent abuse towards elders is nearly $2.9 billion. Elder abuse is not right, and the world must make changes to stop it and keep people safe. Are there any questions?
Yes, I know you are a charge nurse at Freelandville Community Home. So what effect does the topic of elder abuse mean to you?
I mostly take care of a lot of older people, so it makes me really sad knowing that a lot of people that are similar to the ones that I take care of go through a lot of abuse and get discriminated against by other people. It means a lot to me knowing that I'm taking care of these people, and I just want to provide them with the most help that I can.
What is the policy at your job for reporting elder abuse?
If we see abuse against a resident, we are supposed to go straight to our administrator and make sure first that the person is out of harm's way, and just go to the proper person and let them know what's going on and make sure things are taken care of so that they are safe.
And what do you want people to know about elder abuse?
I think more people need to be aware that it is going on, and make sure that if they're not the ones taking care of their family, that where they have their families at, make sure that it's a really safe place and that they can trust the people that are there. Thank you.